Hi guys, what up? Back with another video. What I want to talk to you guys about today is not being afraid to be different. Not being afraid to be yourself. Not being afraid to be someone to step out on faith and go against the grain. Even if it's not something that is within the norm of your family. And this could look like you might be the first believer in your family. First person going to church and trying to live a life pleasing to God. And like your family may not understand it, you know, you may desire to have, a wife, have a family, and a lot of your friends they're just not really on that. They still kind of want to turn up and be out here in the streets and things like that, and they don't really get you. And first off, man, if you're in a position where you feel like you're outgrowing the people that you're surrounded with, it's time to let them go, man. It's just, you cannot hang around people who are not wanting to go to the same place you're going. You can't hang around people who just have such a different mindset to the point to where like they don't value the same things you value. They're not working towards the same things you're working towards, right? And they don't even have the desire to really even do it. Don't hang around those people. You can hang around people that maybe aren't there yet. You can hang around people that are like, hey, listen, man, I'm trying to get here. I know I need to do better, like I'm trying. Because at least that person, at least they're trying, right? And you can to a degree help them as long as you distance yourself enough to make sure that their negative habits don't affect you. But you cannot hang around people who truly don't desire and value the things that you value, because what good does light and dark have together? You get what I'm saying? They don't mix. And you cannot be afraid as a man to be different, to stand alone sometimes, to maybe have a season of loneliness, isolation, whatever you call it. I mean, those are some of the best seasons, man, when you lock in with yourself and you find out what you're made of, and you're pushing yourself and you're striving and you get comfortable just with yourself, right? So that no one can ever take the credit for anything good in your life. The only person that will get the glory is God. That's a great place to be. Don't shy away from your difference. Don't shrink back from the fact that you're called for more and called for greater in life. It's something you need to embrace. It's something that you should be honored that God bestowed on you. And it's something to be chased after and just journeyed every day as you go through life. It's something to be cherished. You may be the different one in your friend group, in your family, in society, right? But you may be different for a reason. And that's between you and God, what that reason is. But I know that God has an ultimate plan and purpose for your life. And he has a reason for it and for you. So today's the day. Stop shrinking back. Stop feeling like you need to fit in with certain people or friend groups. You have to do things for approval, for validation, for men or women. And it's easier said than done when you've been surrounded by these people, or you have to go to school with these people, or you live with these people, right? But you can respectfully start to exclude yourself. Because the flip side of that is you living a life that is untrue to who you are. I mean, there's a quote that says, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. And honestly, I believe that, and I stand on that, and I agree with that. I'd rather somebody just straight up hate my guts, not like me for the person that I am, than people love me for what they think I am, or what they can get out of me, or the fact that I make them feel like I need them, and things like that in life. And I'll leave you with this quote. It's from Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, and it's a passage. It basically says that the goal of life, as a man, is to stand straight, not straighten. You're not leaning on it. You're not leaning on a crutch. You're not leaning on vices. You're not leaning on validation and approval and how many people like you, how many fake smiles, how much fake love you can get. You stand straight as a man, confident in your God-given abilities, confident in who God created you to be, confident that God called you to walk and stand and be bold and be different, and you stand in that authority, you stand in that power, and that's how you go through life. Clear head, clear eyes, chest up, heart full, heart open, and that's the way we walk life, straight, not straightened, not needing anybody to prop us up, but we walk straight. You know, if anything, we walk into a room and people straighten up. And it takes time. It takes time, and you have to build characteristics in yourself. You have to learn to trust yourself. You have to learn to be kinder to yourself. You have to learn to have confidence by following through on the things that you say you're going to do. That's how you get confidence in yourself. When you say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to lock in, I'm going to read these books, I'm going to start taking better care of myself, eating better, and you actually do those things, you start to now trust, wow, my words mean something when I say them. But when you do the contrary, you start to distrust yourself, and you start to have low self-esteem, and you start to lose confidence. And then it just becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because as a result of you not hitting the goals and doing the things you need to do to take care of yourself, you start to look down, you start to lose energy, which then reinforces the fact that you don't feel good about yourself in the first place. But if you could just get out of that loop, and if you could just start doing the things that you know you should, your confidence levels will start to raise, and you'll start to look better, you start to get better reactions and interactions with people, you start to feel better, and that's how it works. But you were born to stand out, to be different, to be unique. Be exactly how God created you to be. Okay? According to his word, according to his principles, according to who he called you to be. So be different. It's your boy Benny Francis. See you on the next video, man. Y'all stay blessed.